Viewers, amidst the outrage over recent incidents of rape horrors in Bengaluru and Belagavi, the response from the Congress government in Karnataka has sparked a controversy. Cornered by the BJP over rising incidents of crime against women in the state, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has trivialized incidents of rape and has asked, have there been no rapes during BJP's tenure? If this wasn't enough, State Home Minister G. sought to shun onus and called rapes a social problem which needs to be tackled. He's also said that such incidents have happened during the rule of all political parties.
ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಾಜಘಾತಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಇಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋತಿದೆ.
Not like increase or decrease. This is a social problem. We have to tackle that. And there are, instances where this kind of incident happened during BJP time, during JDS time, during Congress time.
But why is this such a shocking comment? Let's tell you a little about the two ghastly incidents that have been reported from Bengaluru and Belagavi, for which the state government's under fire. In Belagavi, a 5-year-old girl was allegedly raped after being lured to the accused's house under the pretext of giving her a mobile phone. The accused, identified as a 45-year-old man, reportedly committed suicide out of guilt after the crime. Post-mortem has been conducted and further probes underway. In the Silicon Valley of India, a woman was allegedly gang-raped by two men after an argument over some financial issues. After the woman gave a complaint, the Bengaluru police has arrested the two accused and further investigations underway.
ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ, ಇಬ್ಬರು ಆರೋಪಿಗಳನ್ನು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂಧಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಅಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇಬ್ಬರು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಬಂಧಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ.
Now, the BJP has gone all guns blazing against the Congress government, accusing the Chief Minister of trivializing gruesome crimes like rapes. The BJP says Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's remarks have exposed Congress's anti-women mindset, quote-unquote, and have also questioned the silence of the Gandhis on the same.
बलात्कार, तेरा बलात्कार वर्सेस मेरा बलात्कार होगा, ये वही कांग्रेस की सोच है, शांति धारीवाल वाली, जो कहती है लड़कियों का रेप इसलिए होता है क्योंकि मर्दों का प्रदेश है. ये वही कांग्रेस पार्टी की सोच है जो अन्ना यूनिवर्सिटी में बलात्कार होता है तो एक शब्द नहीं बोलती, आरजी कर में ममता बनर्जी के साथ खड़ी हो जाती है. यही सोच है जिसमें कठुआ में बलात्कारियों के समर्थक को टिकट दिया जाता है, लाल सिंह को. वही सोच है जो केरला की सिमी रोजबेल जॉन बोलती है कास्टिंग काउच हुआ तो उन्हीं को पार्टी से निकालते हैं.
मेरे सीएम का उत्तर से मैं संतुष्ट नहीं हूं, क्योंकि कर्नाटक में बीजेपी का समय पे कितना रेप हुआ था, कितना अत्याचार हुआ था, बहुत कम हुआ है. लेकिन जब कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट आया है उस संदर्भ में देखिए 6 साल के बच्चे के ऊपर अत्याचार हो रहा है. बीजेपी के समय में नहीं हुआ क्या? आपको स्वागत करते हैं, आप क्या स्वागत करते हैं क्या ये विषय को? ये उत्तर ठीक नहीं है. मैं खंडन करता हूं. मुख्यमंत्री इमीडिएटली सीरियसली महिला के ऊपर क्या हमला हो रहा है, अत्याचार हो रहा है, रेप हो रहा है, सीरियसली लेना चाहिए.
Let's take this across to our guest now. Joining us is Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, who's a BJP spokesperson. We also have Anurag Naidu, author, joining us. We also have Brajesh Kalappa, political analyst, with us on the show. But my first question is to, in fact, Syed Shafiullah Saab, who's the leader of the Congress party. Mr. Syed Shafiullah Saab, the point is, the Chief Minister is the administrative head of the state. When a Chief Minister comes out and makes such remarks, it raises some very, very serious questions about whether the administrative is sensitive at all to these kind of crimes and to such ghastly incidents that have taken place within his own area. Why make such an insensitive comment in the first place?
See, Mr. Madhu, no matter where it happens all over the state government has to take stringent action. There's no doubt about that. Any rape is condemnable, and we should not, at any cost, it should not be left out or pardoned. And a very serious and very strong action has to be taken immediately. That is one. Second is, now the BJP people and that Shahzad Poonawalla is talking in such a way as if they are very innocent. They have celebrated this release of 11 rapists of Gujarat, Belkis Banu rape and murder cases, and they have pardoned 11 rapists also. What kind of people are these? What kind of moral right they have to speak in such a way? And they should correct their place first. Here in Karnataka also, this Kallarka Prabhakar speaks about women in very derogatory manner. All over the state there was there chalvalis and lot of dharnas against Kallarka Prabhakar, who is the BJP's pet fellow. And this Yatnal also speaks very low and derogatory of remarks he passes on all the women. And this is very bad. This Basuraj Yatnal always says every woman needs 2 husbands, 3 husbands. It's like that. That Kallarka Prabhakar also says. And a leader of BJP simply jumps onto the
2 incidents of rape have happened. Now, the statements of these leaders, as condemnable as they be, does that justify the statement coming in from the Chief Minister? Surely the Chief Minister should hold himself up to the highest standard. But let me bring in Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda. Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, you have leaders in your party who make anti-women statements. That's the first line of defense. And of course, he is also citing, certain instances such as the Bilkis Bano rape case where the accused were felicitated. Now, are the 2 incidents comparable? What has happened in Karnataka and what's happened in Gujarat?
garlanded.
First of all, it is highly unfortunate that they are comparing and contrasting about a more severe societal issue like a rape, just like as if they are comparing some society, economical indicators, some development, and it is so trivial. I don't want to agree this. I really condemn this. First of all, Mr. Siddaramaiah is so much callous, intransigent, and politically obdurate that he passed on such insensitive remarks about women of the state, of his state, that women, what has happened during the BJP tenure, and he is really comparing, he is drawing a line between 2 regimes with respect to a sensitive matter like rape, and he is the so-called the social champion of the social justice.
About their fallacy.
And he is the champion of the social justice. And instead of taking a strict, stringent action against the perpetrators, is passing on the remarks. And their party high command, they say, is ladki hu, lad sakti hu. It's just a lip service. Are they really valuing, are they really respecting women of the soil? They're not doing that. And he doesn't have any morality to continue as the chief minister of the state when he cannot protect his own women of the state, those who voted him to power.
Okay.
And he's always boasted himself as the champion of the social justice, champion of the Hindu people, champion of all the vulnerable sections.
Right.
Women being the vulnerable component of the state.
Let me bring in Brajesh. One by one, please. Let everyone come in. Brajesh, would you like to respond to that? Ladki hu, lad sakti hu is a slogan that has been given by Congress leaders. It's not being implemented on ground in Karnataka. And how can he be the chief minister of a state by insulting such a ghastly incident that has happened, by his many would call frivolous remarks? What is the need to compare, when there are incidents taking place in his regime, are we going to now start comparing ghastly crimes that have happened in previous regimes?
No, I think he said this, Madhav, for this reason, that Araga Jnanendra, who was the Minister for Home during the BJP regime, when there was a rape in Mysore, he said, no, girls shouldn't venture out after 6 o'clock. And this kind of comment, which happened in Mr. Siddaramaiah's hometown, is something which really shocked people. And naturally, when the same party, which couldn't protect that lady in Mysore, now starts raising issues, and after having made such insensitive comments, naturally Mr. Siddaramaiah asked that, look, we are dealing with the situation, but this is no way to deal with it. So obviously the question that was the state completely safe during a BJP regime. But that's besides the point. Point is this, that in RG-Kar, now the CBI has taken over the investigation. And what is the net effect? They raised such a huge hullabaloo. And then after having taken over the investigation, look at the net result. And I think this has disappointed a lot of people who actually believed that the BJP could actually generate some kind of result, whether it's in Hathras, whether it's Mr. Teni, whether it's Mr. Sinmayanand. I think there are a series of incidents which have belied the people's trust that the BJP or its governments in various states can actually protect women. and actually ensure that women.
Brajesh, that can
don't
be
suffer
equally said
rape
about
and
RG Kar as well as even the Anna University
this
case
is
where the
the
Congress did
area.
not come out very strongly. Even in RG Kar, Mr. Kharge very famously refused or at least did not comment and very strongly condemned in unequivocal terms what had happened. It took a lot of goading, a lot of coaxing for him to actually come out and say that. But let me bring in Anurag Naidu. Anurag Naidu, the track record of the BJP, particularly when it comes to RG Kar and other incidents, shows how serious it is about women's safety and women's security issues. Please respond to Brajesh Kalappa.
Yeah, but Madhav, rape is not a BJP versus Congress topic. Rape is not even whataboutery. Rape is not about speeches. It is about actions that we take. Particularly, I would like to bring the focus back to Karnataka, Madhav, because we are having this World Economic Forum in Davos, and then technology. Bangalore being the gateway of technology in India, at a time when you and me should be discussing the investments that Karnataka is going to be raising in this World Economic Forum. It's unfortunate that we're discussing about tutu meme on the rape and not showing some concrete actions. At least, I mean, not just the words, but I think, is there any actions? What have we done? Instead of giving free bus passes to the women, I think we can ensure a free, rape-free society and a rape-free state, and that will be a primary demand. I think it will not serve any purpose if you go into the nitty-gritties of RJ Kar or any other incident for that matter. Every other incident is unique in itself. You cannot have a blanket lookout, or you cannot have a generalized way of looking at in terms of investigation and what actions have you taken. But yes, every single rape is a rape, and every single misbehavior with any woman is a crime, and we should get it into our heads. But it will only happen when the actions speak louder than words. It can be a BJP, Congress, irrespective of the leadership. I think with a leadership like the Congress, I mean, they've got a golden opportunity in the state like Karnataka. This is really the time to show, the nation that they can really scale up from this point in time. But I think it's quite unfortunate that, it kind of puts a full stop, Madhav. The moment you say, "Haan, bhai, aapke bhi time mein hua tha," that means what? It's a full stop. That means you're not going to do anything about it.
Okay,
So
respond to
it's
that.
very
Respond to that.
unfortunate.
Shafullah Sahab, I'd like you to respond to what was stated earlier by Lakshmi Ashwin Gado. She says Mr. Siddaramaiah positions himself as a social reformer. But what kind of social reform is this if all that you're going to do in return for questions coming from opposition is whataboutery? Why not take onus and take action?
First of all, the government is supposed to take stringent action about any atrocity on the woman, and the person who has committed atrocity must be subjected to the harshest punishment. We all condemn, and even the chief minister has condemned. But the BJP, they are playing with the incidents, and they are coming out with politicizing the whole issue. You see, the same BJP's cadre, the elected representatives of the BJP, they have caught watching the blue films where they should have serving the people. And they have been caught jumping on the nurses.
Mr. Syed Shafullah,
jumping on the other women.
Mr. Syed Shafullah, it is nobody's case that such incidents did not happen in the past. The point I'm simply making, and everybody is making, is that the government of the day has to take onus. By blaming it as a social problem or saying it has happened before, does that resolve the issue at hand?
Rapists and garland the rapists.
So who is justifying that? That is also wrong. The point is, why not come out and very strongly condemn this? Why politicize it?
Another place, they pretend to be they pretend to be Mr. Clean and Mrs. Clean. This is not right. Please be Mr. Clean and ask for the punishment to the
You pretend to be Mr. Clean, but you're not. You're equally guilty.
No matter which the government is.
Please respond to the Congress spokesperson, Mr. Shafullah Sahab.
It's high time for Mr. Siddaramaiah to rise above all the party politics, to stand by the women's safety issues, to handle the women's safety issues with utmost alacrity, and he is expected to show zero tolerance when it comes to women's safety, and to go out all out war against the perpetrators. And it is instead of finding a complacency in drawing a line between two regimes, the way they've handled the sensitive issues like rape, it is high time for him to revamp, buttress the law and order system that is otherwise totally paralyzed, and to find the perpetrators and to give them stringent punishment possible. Why can't he do that? Why can't he take the moral responsibility? Why can't the Home Minister take the moral responsibility instead of making these preposterous statements and exposing themselves? And the more they make the statements like this, the statements are so much hollow and myopic. They are not having they don't serve any purpose. Rather, they should come out and they should fight against the perpetrators.
All right, let me quickly bring in Brajesh. Brajesh, very quick comment. We are almost out of time. End of the day, nobody is, of course, saying that any political party is completely, guilt-free when it comes to the track record, when it comes to women's safety. But the larger question is this. If the Chief Minister and the Home Minister are going to do whataboutery, call it a social problem rather than resolving or giving exemplary punishment, that's where the entire role of a leader of a state comes in as Chief Minister or as Home Minister. And it's that governmental responsibility that they're shying away from is the charge.
No, I agree with you, and that leadership must be presented to the country by Mr. Modi by going to Manipur, by speaking to the raped women there, by holding their hands and speaking and giving them strength. What has he done over the last 1 year? This kind of leadership is missing throughout the country. And if we can't expect anything from the Prime Minister after having witnessed such ghastly events in Manipur, not even making a simple basic visit to Manipur, I think this states about the kind of the leadership that is ailing the country. And I think this is
very limited time. Anurag Naidu, very quickly, please respond to it.
Madhav, law and order, first of all, is a state subject. But then going to the mindset, when you ask this question to Shahid Safiullah Sahib, you know what he said? He said, condemn kiya. He said, they have strongly opposed it. But that is a full stop. And I think a chief minister basic expectation from a citizen would be that, okay, boss, this has happened. I will increase the number of vigilance. I will increase the number of cameras. I will increase the number of surveillance. Something like that, that reassures the faith in common citizens that, yes, my chief minister or my leader is with me. Yes, my government stands for me. The action will happen. The intentions are clear. We don't expect a leader or any politician to go out and say, yeah, I strongly condemn. I mean, that's for the citizens to do, not for the people in power. That's the difference that we need to understand, Madhav.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, Anurag Naidu, Shahid Safiullah Sahib, as well as Brajesh Kalapa. Certainly, of course, all eyes will be on what action the state government takes rather than the politics, unfortunately, that's taking place in the state of Karnataka. We'll have to leave it there, slipping into a quick break for now.